Good morning, and welcome to this video. Um, so this is chemistry. We're going to look at chemistry, and specifically, we will look at oxidation, and reduction. So if you're watching this video for the first time, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any single notification or any single video from us. Okay, so we want to understand that other than looking at some of those well-known type of chemical reaction like precipitation, like neutralization, and other chemical reaction like displacement reaction. Now, there is a special class of chemical reaction, and this is a very powerful one. This is oxidation and reduction. So, we want to understand what is oxidation. Now, just as the word itself sounds so familiar, so is how simple the definition is. So, oxidation is simply the addition of oxygen to a substance. The addition of oxygen to a substance is what we call oxidation. Okay. Now, what about reduction? But before I get to reduction, let us see more about the example. Okay, so we want to look at this. So, for instance, if we react magnesium plus oxygen, okay, then we are gonna get magnesium oxide. We are going to get magnesium oxide. Okay, so this is a metal and this is a gas, oxygen. So what normally happens is that it's going to form a compound called oxygen. Magnesium oxide. Now let us look at this in terms of chemicals. So magnesium is this plus the oxygen is written like that. And then we have magnesium oxide. Now, since we are saying that oxidation is addition of oxygen to a substance, now you can clearly see that what you're looking at, this oxygen has been added to this magnesium. So meaning magnesium has been oxidized to now form magnesium oxide. Okay. Therefore, we can see that magnesium has gained the oxygen. Okay, so it has gained the oxygen in order for it to become magnesium oxide. So therefore we say that magnesium has been oxidized. Okay, has been oxidized. So magnesium has been oxidized. So again, the gain of oxygen, is called oxidation. It is called oxidation. So make sure that you understand that. So the gain of oxygen when a substance is added onto it, the oxygen then becomes oxide of that thing, and we say that that substance which has gained oxygen is now oxidized, and therefore that process is what we call oxidation. Okay, now apart from oxidation, we also have what is called reduction. We have what is called reduction. So reduction is the opposite of oxidation. So what is going to happen now? Let's see in terms of the simple analogy, understanding oxygen. Oxygen is now lost. Okay, oxygen is now lost. So therefore, the loss of oxygen from a substance is what is called reduction. So we can see in this example, we are going to have copper oxide reacting with hydrogen to produce the copper plus the H2O. Okay, so we can see that we have that now, meaning this copper oxide, we have removed the oxygen, and then you can see that in the product part after this forward arrow, we can see that we have now copper alone. Okay, and now this oxygen gets to the hydrogen, or is reacted with the hydrogen in order to form the H2O, which is water. So in this case, we are saying that the copper oxide can see now that the copper oxide, this one, copper oxide, which is as a chemical formula of this. So this copper oxide is now losing, okay, it is now losing the oxygen. Okay, just to make this clear, so when you have the copper, and then when you remove this, you break this into pieces, you find that you get the copper alone plus the oxygen alone. And we saw that because this oxygen was removed and it went further to react with the hydrogen, and that's what we saw the water there. Okay, now to put in context very clearly, copper oxide plus hydrogen is going to form the copper alone plus, let me try to, copper alone there, so that is U, then plus the water. So you can see clearly now that this oxygen has been lost, and then it went on to combine with the hydrogen in order to form the water. And now this copper alone is now what we have right there. Okay, so that's what is happening. So what are we saying? So you're saying that a loss of oxygen is called reduction. Okay, is called reduction. This is called reduction. Another example that we can give you in order to understand what happens is that when you're looking at reduction, is if you're looking at the extraction of iron, if you have the hematite, which is this, meaning iron 2 oxide plus the carbon monoxide, and then you're gonna get the iron metal, okay, plus you're going to get plus the carbon dioxide. Now what is happening? So the oxygen from the iron has been added or lost, thereby adding it to the carbon monoxide, making it carbon dioxide, and that is what we formed there. So once the oxygen now runs away from the iron 2 oxide in this hematite or iron 2 oxide, then now we see that that the iron is now formed. This iron metal is now formed, and this is what happens in the process where they do extract iron. So make sure you understand. So reduction is a removal of oxygen from a substance, while oxidation is the addition of oxygen to a substance. So from this point, we can therefore conclude to say from this iron to the formation of carbon dioxide, there you can say what is happening is that this, okay, is what is called oxidation. Why oxidation? The oxygen was added to carbon dioxide. Remember, it is addition of oxygen to a substance, therefore formed carbon dioxide. And then we can now say that from the iron 2 oxide to iron metal, this is what is called reduction. So that is reduction. Therefore, in this now we can conclude to say, before we conclude, I'm going to show you another example. Please note that oxidation and reduction take place together. Okay, they take place together. So that's the most important thing. And you have just seen how I've shown you in that the reduction of iron. Normally what happens during the extraction of iron in the blast furnace. So therefore they take place together. And I want to say that with this regard, then we can see how this is happening. So I'm gonna bring up the other example. So when you look at copper oxide reacting with hydrogen, then we see the formation of copper metal plus water. Now you can see that from copper oxide to copper metal is reduction because what is formed has no longer oxygen. And then now we can see that from hydrogen we now form what is called water. So hydrogen received that lost oxygen, and this is what we call oxidation. So this is what we mean when we say that oxidation and reduction, they are sort of a complementary chemical reaction that takes place at the same time, and therefore we say that that kind of a reaction is what is referred as redox reaction. So we call it redox reaction. So this equals to reduction, okay? Reduction, and also this OX is simply oxidation, okay? So that's the meaning of that abbreviation, redox reaction. So reduction, oxidation, reaction occurring at the same time. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate for your attention and time, and God bless you. I will see you in the next video. For those that have not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe so that you don't miss this kind of videos and something powerful. Okay, so just make sure that you do subscribe and also share and like our videos. Thank you so much. This is Rad Kwakadi.